Aussie Diaries.
So after travelling through Japan, Indonesia and Australia, we finally headed back to England. It had been 10 months and it had been amazing. With minimal plans, our first trip had been pretty smooth sailing. We had seen sights across 2 continents and both hemispheres. And we'd been able to afford it and also earn enough to get some tickets home. 10 months later, and the first chapter of our adventure had come to a close. We left the Australian winter and headed for the English summer. We made it back for the wedding and had a beautiful weekend of sunshine and partying. It was so nice to be home. The weather did soon return to normal, and we spent the next 3 weeks in rain. We headed to the capital to catch up with most of our university friends who are all there now working, and it was great to see them all slowly going up in the world. It did still feel a lot like our university experience, with not much work going on and a lot of overspending on food and bevs. It did make us really miss you guys a lot, and it was a reminder of how isolating travelling can be. But to be fair, not a lot had changed at home. Both my parents are still playing bowls and all of our friends still have no money. So we've not regretted our experience of travelling at all. And it is nice to know that life back home is still there waiting for us, if we ever needed to go back for it. As our 3 weeks at home came to an end, being back home had felt a bit weird. It was as if we just put our Australian life on pause. Our jobs and friends down under were just left idle for a few weeks while we visited home. But our home lives hadn't just been put on pause, they had been stopped. We had no jobs, no routine to go back to. We were just back for holiday. We weren't there to start pressing play on our English life again. But it did leave us in a strange place, with everyone around us carrying on as normal, but we didn't have a life to be a part of. Obviously we have our family and friends, and it was just a visit. But as the weeks went on, it did become more apparent that life back home has just been left in limbo while we're travelling. Don't get me wrong, 10 months cold turkey did mean there was a lot of Xbox for me to play, and not having to work for a few weeks is always nice. But it was just an odd feeling having 2 lives in various states. We arrived in Australia to be greeted with the same weather as back home, but back in Fremantle and to work as we press play on our lives down under again. The plan is to keep working until the lease on the house runs out, buy a van and head north for sunshine and lucrative farm work.